Today, we're in downtown Salem.
Guess what?
Were we here just a couple weeks ago?
The car gods finally shined on us in Salem because it was raining earlier.
Yes.
And I'm going, I don't know if this is going to happen or not. And it just went whoop, and it cleared right up, and we're down here and we don't have rain.
No rain. And we're going to be partying with the Kool Time Cruisers today in the Midnight Cruise, it's called, right?
Yep, the Midnight Cruise. We've been down here a couple times, and it's just totally different because when it starts getting dark and those lights come on, everything changes. It just looks nice.
Yes, it is. And they're starting to pile in right now. We probably have 150, 200 cars here now, so there's some real nice ones here, Greg. Very nice ones.
Some we haven't seen yet, so I think we're going to hit those, at least a couple of them for interviews.
Oh yeah, at least.
All right, well, I'm Greg Roten, Rick Carrera.
For Armstrong Street Scene.
We're going to go and check things out right now.
Let's go check it out. With me, I have Wayne Holtum, president of the Kool Time Cruisers, who's in charge of this midnight cruise tonight. How's it going?
It's doing great. We're got great weather, held off for the rain, so we're looking forward to an evening of fun here tonight. We have 200 or 150 cars right now that's registered, and more coming in as we speak. So we're looking for a nice night. We have trophies to give away yet here at 11 o'clock.
Special trophies.
Special trophies that we've made, homemade trophies. Everybody's been coming for the last 3 or 4 years now for our homemade trophies that we build. It's been a kind of a novelty to come and pick up something from the club that we've built and give it away. So
those are pretty creative. Yeah. I was checking those out. Those are really neat.
They're pretty neat. And so what the club's interested in new members. Anybody would like to join our club, we're interested in that as well.
How would they join your club there?
We have a meeting. Our first meeting is the first Monday of every month. We meet in Columbiana. Also, any of us as members that's got red shirts on tonight at the club that's here at the show. We have registration forms and also ballots that you can fill out or applications you can fill out for becoming a member.
How about a phone number or a website?
A phone number? Yes, we have a phone number. Our phone number is 330-424-7630 is our phone number. That reaches me. Our secretary is 692-1851, and that gives a number to her as well.
Great.
So they can call us and tell us they're interested. We're interested in them.
Do they need a certain type of car, or any car will do?
Any kind of car will do. We like them all. I mean, we enjoy everybody. No, it doesn't have to be a certain age or anything like that. We enjoy everybody that loves cars. We love cars, and we love everybody that's got a car.
As a club, what do you guys do? Anything special?
We have special events. This is our biggest event that we have. This is the Midnight Cruise. It generates food for the food pantries of money that is given. It comes from this event tonight. Last year's show, we gave 3 food pantries $850 a piece for their split of this money that came from this show alone. And then the club has throughout the year any other little 50-50s or fundraisers that we do that are just for the fun of it. All that money we keep, and at the end of the year we give it away. Our treasury is usually dumped out by the end of the year. We give it whatever we get in from anything that we do, we give it away at the end of the year as well to charities.
Very cool. Very cool. Cool Time Cruisers, Salem, Ohio,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's where you're based at,
Yeah,
right?
we're down here in Salem. We're in Columbiana and Mahoning too, up there in Boardman. There's a few of our members are from that area right now too as well. So, but the biggest group of us are right in Columbiana County right now. Yes, yeah. So it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. It's
Good.
great show. Great people. I love the people that come out tonight and share with us. And
Car people are great, aren't they?
they are.
Everybody's got a smile on their
They
face.
do, and nobody complains about anything that they, everybody likes everybody's car. So.
With me, my first victim tonight, Dale Reinhardt. Dale's from where you're from, Dale. Canfield, Ohio.
Correct.
In a 1939 Buick Century.
Correct.
This is a beauty.
Thank you.
It's big.
Yeah. That was how they were originally built. For comfort,
Yeah, that's for sure.
because they were all competing with everybody else.
How long have you owned her?
About 4 months now.
4 months. What's the history behind it?
I got it. This car was out of Minnesota, and it was originally purchased by a doctor.
Okay.
And he had it in his practice, and he was drafted. He went off the war in the Pacific, and he never come back.
You never come back. So the family kept it the whole
Family
time.
camped it, right.
Wow.
And they decided probably 20 years ago to do something in it, and they had it repainted, and they had the engine gone over. I mean, it rides like a new car.
Yeah. So we're not talking Vietnam War either, are we? We're talking
Correct.
World War II.
Correct.
World War II.
Right,
Back
right.
in 1939.
Yes.
Wow. Did he bought it brand new?
Brand new. He had a practice. He got drafted in 1943. Had to leave his practice. Went off the war in the Pacific, in the Navy, and he just never came back.
He's an old Swabby.
Right.
Like me.
Right. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep. And let's talk about the car here. That's a black one. Straight. We got straight 8 in this.
It's an overhead valve.
Okay.
This is a 320 cubic inch, 141 horsepower.
Wow. How's it run? Pretty good.
The reason they call this model the Century is because it would do 100.
It'll do 100.
And this will
Which
do
was
100.
fast for back then.
Correct. Oh yeah,
Especially
compared to
this.
the road.
What's this thing weigh? About 4,000 pounds?
4,300.
40,000. That's close. That was
It
close.
has dual side mounts on it. That's very rare for a car.
What, the dual spares?
Correct.
Are there tires in there?
Correct.
Are there? Oh, wow.
But if you had a flat tire, you didn't want to stand out in the rain and trying to change them. They always put an extra one in the trunk.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's just for basically for show.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
And what are these things on the fenders here for?
These lighted posts on the fenders, when you're driving a car, you can't see the front of the fender. So if you make a tight turn and you go to pull into one, you don't know where the fender is.
So
this is a fender marker.
a fender marker.
Correct.
I've never
Correct.
seen one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
before. Isn't that cool?
Yes,
That was from the factory like that.
You could order them. Those are options. Most of the things on these cars were dealer options.
Okay.
This car has a heater, which was very rare.
Okay.
They used to use salt bags.
Salt bags?
They would put salt in a bag or handkerchief and tie it
And
in the wintertime, and they'd have to rub it on the windshield to be able to see, because they didn't have defrosters.
oh, okay.
But this car, being a doctor, it does have defrosters. And it has a working radio, and it has a clock.
Wow. So it's pretty well decked out. Is this the high-end model for?
No, there were 2 more.
Okay.
This was what they call the doctor's or the lawyer's hot rod. This baby will move.
Okay. For the time, anyway.
Correct. And then they made a Limited, which was the top of the line, and then they made a Roadmaster, which was, and the Roadmaster Limited are even bigger than this car.
Oh, they're longer then, huh?
Correct.
Okay.
They competed with Packard.
Oh, okay. So they're well decked out in the chrome and all that.
Correct, just like this.
Boy, this one's got a lot of sparkle to it now.
Oh, it does. Right. It does. It looks wherever it goes.
Yes, it
It
does.
was well cared for. There is no Bondo in this car at all.
So how did you find it?
I was looking on the internet, and I seen there was a small ad for one-owner vehicle, one family-owned vehicle up in Minnesota, and then you have to look all over it.
Right.
And I made a couple calls, talked to them. The son-in-law sent me some pictures. I had some other pictures underneath the car. He sent me some information and some receipts. And this is a very rare find to find a car in this nice shape.
Yeah, it looks a beauty. Looks like a beauty. Boy, were you looking for this specific model or anything?
Yeah, Buick was a higher end than Chevrolet or Ford, and their amenities. They were all out trying to outdo each other.
Right. With me, I have Bill Caldwell from Lisbon, Ohio. How's it going, Bill?
I'm doing real good tonight. You can't be better when you go to car show.
Oh man, especially the weather. It's perfect tonight. Plus, it's gonna be getting dark here real soon.
Yep.
And,
no rain or anything.
No rain in sight. Hey, Bill, I've seen you before. Boy, this is a nice one. A 57 57 Chevy truck, turbo 350 in this baby, huh?
Yep.
The short bed, 3100 short bed.
That's correct. This little pickup truck here are really popular. They made the same body style in a 5, 6, and this is a 7.
Okay.
And all three body style, 3 years, the same body style. They changed the grill in them. And but other than that, it's practically all the same truck.
How long have you owned her?
I've had this truck about 20 years.
What was it like when you got it?
Well, a guy started on it, and he painted it, but never rubbed it out, so it was real dull paint on it. And the upholstery inside wasn't finished inside, and the bumpers weren't on the truck. And I bought the truck down in Florida, and I found it down there. The guy was driving it every day and it never really finished. He just painted it and drove it.
So this is the paint job the guy put on there, and you just cleaned it up? Or
No.
No, you repainted it?
Yes.
What color is this?
It's 97 Viper Red.
Viper Red. It shines. It's got a nice, who did the paint work for you?
Well, a guy that's deceased now from Columbiana, Ohio. And he redid the whole truck for me and did a really super job on it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks
And,
very nice.
But anyway, this particular truck came from Florida, and the guy that used it down there bought it, brand new, and it sat in his garage for years and years and years and never used it. And a fellow drove by his garage every day and seen this truck sitting in the garage. You could see just a bumper, but everything on top was powder clear full on top. And he,
Oh, yikes.
so he stopped one day to ask him what the truck was. He said, well, it's a 57 Chevy, and wondered if he wanted to sell it. He said, well, I don't know, I'll think about it. So he stopped by, and a week later and said, yeah, I would sell it. So he started taking off all the boxes off and the crates off the truck, and found out it had a big back window, and he about fell on the ground because they're real rare. And then it had to be was a red truck beside that. It had a V8 motor in it.
Right.
And so
So this is the motor that was in it then, the 350?
no, this 350 is a custom motor. I had a 283 in it originally. And 283 that had a hydromatic transmission, which was a 2-speed hydromatic in 57. So the whole drivetrain has been changed. Right now it's got a 300 horse 350 in it, and it's got a turbo 350 transmission, and it's got a Pontiac positive traction marine in the back. And it's been lowered down a little bit. I've had the upholstery done inside, got the original seat still in it, but all been customized, the new upholstery inside. And
This come with no heater, right?
It was a heater duty truck since it was from Florida. But this is the only truck made with a hood on front. You see, the 57 Chevy had the same hood.
Right. Oh, okay.
And the truck kind of followed right down through here, see.
Okay.
So we had the bump also on the hood. And so it's a really nice model to have. The 57, the 5, 6s are all just plain hood.
Right.
And
there's no ornament up here or anything?
no,
Okay, like the 57 has?
no. And the grill's different too on this here. It's got a big mouth grill on it here, like you might say. And that's a 1 year too for that truck. And the 5, 6s also have like a egg-shaped type grill. They have more grills in them than this here does. But anyways, it's a fun truck to cruise. I've updated all the motors, been all updated inside. And so it's really a fun truck to have. It's a good-looking truck, you know.
It's a darn good-looking truck.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd be proud to drive this thing around town.
Yeah,
You drive it a lot? Put many
I
miles
drive
on
it. Well, not a lot, just mostly the car shows.
So you're
And-
probably talking 4,000 miles a year or something
Yeah,
like that.
somewhere around there. My
That's
wife and I
about it,
go out in the evenings and drive it because it's just fun to drive.
It's a good driver. You know, you got the right engine in it. It's no
Yep.
real big engine. It's just a real nice, comfortable engine, and
It's
have
got
fun.
it's got a lot of horsepower motor, you know, more than what I need, but it runs good and it sounds good. And why would you want to make a custom truck with a little engine in? Yeah.
You got it. You got it. With me, I have Dave Plummer from Salem, Ohio, with his, what is this, a 55 Ford Crown Vic.
Correct.
What a beauty.
Thank you.
How long have you owned her?
About 25 years.
Wow. Wow. What was she like when you got her?
But needed a lot of work. I had a body off restoration.
Wow. This is just, I love the chrome work on it, the trim work on here and everything.
I could never figure out how they did that in the assembly line.
Uh-huh.
Put all that chrome on, chrome in, chrome out.
The color combination of this is just great. I love it. Is this like a turquoise or something? Or
Sea Sprite green and colonial white.
Sea Sprite green, colonial white, and
Yeah.
the matching interior.
Yeah.
Wow. This is nice. Where'd you find her at?
I bought this off a guy up in Painesville, Ohio. I don't know, Mike. I can't remember his last name now. He had a whole barn full of these things.
Oh, yikes. That's 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Crown Vics, that was like the upper one, right? Of,
Yeah,
before,
right. Yeah, it was. But they had the motors are the same, even up in the newer ones. So I mean, not in the later models. 272, 292.
So this is a 272.
This one here happens to be 272.
That's a V8.
Yeah.
V8. How many horsepower?
Yeah, I'm guessing 150.
Run pretty good for you?
Yeah, runs pretty good. Yeah.
She looks pretty. Yeah, she
we
just
enjoy
got that look to her. Some of these had what? The glass top on those. What?
Right,
The Sunliner?
Yeah. Yeah. They were hot. They were hot though.
All the time. Yeah, you always have.
Your
to-
sun beating down on you.
Yeah, nowadays they got the shade you pull
Yeah.
over. And
Oh yeah, it's
everything,
altogether different now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, you drive her all the time?
Just don't get out very much.
I'm glad you brought it out tonight. What a
Yeah,
beauty. Just
yeah.
show her off some.
Yep. Got to do it once in a while.
Yes, yes. Perfect night for it.
It is perfect night.
Dave, thanks for sharing your car with us.
All right,
What a
thank you.
beauty.
Thank you.
The guys that had this car, they were some young kids, and they didn't know what they was doing, so I had to change the whole powertrain.
At one time, I had 6 1956 Ford convertibles.
Convertibles.
Yeah.
I love 61s.
That's a beauty.
I think it's the best Chevy they ever built. I mean, it's got the nicest trim, the lines, it's all there.
And right now, Gary's working on a rendering of the Monaco Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
And what year you think this is?
It's around 2000.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, they were the two big forces in Grand Prix at that time. And this is a Monaco casino, the Buddha Bar. It's an internationally famous place. And what I did in this is captured 4 cars, different makes, BMW, Mercedes, Renault, and a Ferrari, that weren't actually in these positions at any time in there. That's the artistic license where you can move things around, compose an idea. Mm-hmm. This is done in acrylic. This is hand painted. Most folks recognize, traditional art. That's as close to traditional art as I do. This is kind of what I do for myself. And it's a painting I've been working on and off on for a couple of years now, trying to get done or trying to not get done, one of the two. But it's just something I really enjoy doing.
So what do you do once you finish it, though? Do you put a finish over it or anything? Or
yeah, acrylics, they have they have several different finishes you can put on it. Gloss, satin finish,
right,
matte. And they're nice because what they do is offer a degree of waterproof and protection, and they also help you consider the environment that it'll be in. If you're in a bright light area, maybe you want to use a flatter finish on it, or a dull area, maybe a little glossier finish.
Are you ever commissioned to do artwork for people?
I used to do a lot of portraits and caricatures for people in this kind of stuff, but when I moved to Youngstown, I kind of lost my market that people that knew me that I would do that for. Mm-hmm. So that's about the time I started, doing the automotive stuff here.
Mm-hmm. And so what have we got here?
This is something local guys and gals might recognize. This is down at the Lowellville Car Show, and everybody knows the bridge that comes into town. Well, if you go off the bridge and go down this road, there's a railroad crossing right there, and that's what this is. That's the house back there, the railroad signal, and I put a car in. I took a little bit of artistic liberty with it. That's a paved street down there, blacktop, but I wanted to make it look a little bit more country, a little more rustic, a little older. I made it a dirt road with dust being kicked up off of the tires on the car. It was a nice kind of evening with light coming across.
Oh, that's a nice touch there. I didn't notice that. Yeah.
It gives you a lot of highlights on this side of the car. And the headlights are on. It gives you an evening feel. I'm very fond of evening and nighttime
and that's
scenes.
that's when this cruise is all the time, Monday evenings.
That's exactly,
All right. And they leave about 8, 9 o'clock at night. So that's really nice. And how about the driver there? You know who he is?
I don't know who the driver is, but that driver right there was actually the passenger over
so you
here.
Moved him over.
The driver was in total darkness in the shadows there, so I did want somebody to show in there. It didn't look like a phantom vehicle.
Right.
So I put the passenger over there.
So you don't know whose car this is then?
I don't know, but it was unusual in that the car was silver. You usually see these in more traditional black and maroon, deep blues, things like that. The occasional bubblegum pink one, but you hardly ever see them in silver. So I thought that was a unique vehicle. And silver picks up so much highlighting. You get purples, sky blues in it. It's kind of like a mirror in a way. It reflects a lot of different color.
And you named it Stranger in Town.
Stranger in Town. Yeah, he's out to get you.
From Poland, Ohio, we got Rob Pennell with his 54 Ford Victoria.
Hardtop.
This is sweet. You personalized this, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell me what you did to it. It's not stock, but it's close.
Well, the engine's stock and the body's basically stock, but I have a sun visor that you'll never find again, a half sun visor on over the windshield. I put the advanced extra bright headlights in it,
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
My
it
64
really
Thunderbird, I can't see anything with that thing.
And of course, I dress them. I did the spotlights. I've got a Continental kit on the back, and then I put the Mercury side chromes on it, and Foxcraft skirts.
What's that?
With the Foxcraft skirts?
Yeah.
They're a full skirt.
Okay.
When Ford built this car, the skirt only came halfway down.
Okay.
The Foxcraft came down further, which gave you a much better appearance with the car.
Okay.
So I put those on. Those were hard to find at the time, and I imagine they're a lot harder to find now.
So you deleted the door handles?
Yes, but I did it in such a fashion that door's electric.
Okay.
The other doors aren't. The other side door isn't. This door is electric backwards. The other door's electric.
Okay.
This one I can walk in with no problem through the vent window.
Okay.
So I just made the other door electric. And but if you don't like that, I did it in such a fashion that you can put the door handles right back on and all the mechanisms makes them work.
Oh, that's good. You did that with some of the trim work too, right?
Yes, yes.
Because some of this trim work doesn't belong in this, right?
No, the Mercury chrome sides molding there, I put that on with double stick tape. So if somebody doesn't like it, all they have to do is pull it off. There's no holes, and give it a wax job.
Get a blow dryer, and the blow dryer heats it up to glue and takes it right off. Yeah.
And I had Guy Shively do all the pinstriping. Now that can be taken off too, because that's real.
You don't want to take that off.
No,
Guy Shively does a heck of a job.
Oh,
He's the best.
He does a wonderful job.
But you know how to take it off, though, don't you?
Oh yeah.
What is it? On and off. He'll take it off.
Yeah. But I think the car looks. I did it my way, but I didn't do it so if anybody wanted total original, they could go right back to it.
He did it nice way. It looks great. It looks
Thank
great.
you.
You get a lot of compliments on it?
Yes, I do. I've always run Fords, and so I've had a few Fords. I was a salesman and had a Pennsylvania Territory, and of course the farmers back years ago, if they had a convertible that wasn't just working right, they shoved it in the back field. So if I could get it to run home to Ohio, then I'd rebuild it.
Right.
And one time I had 6 1956 Ford convertibles.
Convertibles?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They were all in the 50s, not 56, but they were all in the 50s.
Okay.
And I had 6 of them. And as I built them, then I'd sell them. But if I first came looking for a rental property, and I got it, then I hurried up and sold one of the convertibles, and that gave me the down payment.
Oh, that's smart.
So I kind of took my hobby and made it into another situation.
All right. Hey, before I forget here,
yes.
This is the 239Y motor.
Y block.
Y block. First year for this.
Yes.
So explain about the Y block. I'm not familiar with it.
Well, the flathead engine was just what they said it was. The pistons came up and down like this.
Right. I remember that. I'm familiar with that.
The Y block goes like this. Okay. In other words, it's a Y. Only the pistons come in on an angle this way. Where the flathead, the pistons came up and down through the block.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And that's why they called it a Y.
I got Jim Yawn here from Canfield, Ohio, and his 55 Oldsmobile 88.
Correct.
It's not stock, is it?
No, it's not.
How long have you owned her?
I had it about 15 years, something like that. And the car come from Pasadena, California, and I had it shipped in the month of December when I got a good rate on it when they brought it over. And it was not like that when I bought it.
What made you get this style model?
This car here was one of the first cars I had. It was a 98 98 convertible, and I wanted to bring back some of my memories, so this is the only one I could find. So that's one reason why I bought the 55 O's.
What color was it when you had it? When you got it?
This car here?
Yeah.
This is called a Porsche Red.
Okay.
And it was not like that, but a couple of friends of mine, we spent about 2 or 3 days ultra sanding it and then buffed it out. Okay. And it come out nice.
It come out real nice. It come out real nice. How about the interior? Who did that for you?
The interior was done, I don't know who did it, but it was done when I got it.
It was done like that, okay. Yes, done in California.
Yeah, it probably was done in California, but the guys that had this car, they were some young kids, and they didn't know what they was doing, so I had to change the whole powertrain except the rear end. And it runs good now. It's got a 350, 435 horse roster transmission, and also got a 308 rear end, which is stock. And I set it up that way because it's a cruiser. I don't want to race it. It's a cruiser. Okay.
Right. You're just having some fun with it.
Right.
Take it around all the time. Take it to everywhere. It's nice.
And it sounds real good. It sounds healthy when you start it. You know. And all the chrome, I worked on the chrome a little bit, and I polished it time and time again. I had all the chrome off at one time, front bumper, back bumper, and I polished it on a bench. Okay, and then I put it back on.
So you never got that re-chromed then? That was chromed like that when you got it?
Right.
Oh, you're lucky. You know what you'd have in the chrome with something like that?
Yes, sir.
It's not cheap, believe me.
Right.
But all the trim on the side, that's stock?
All the trim on the side is stock. Okay. I found some pieces in the trunk that I had to put on in the back. I had to re-drill the hose, and I knew where they went because I had pictures of it in the shop, and I looked at that and followed that, and that's why I put them right back where they belong.
Boy, you can see in this car, you can see the 55 Chevy in this car. You know, I'm looking at it, go, boy, you can look at the fenders and everything. And
I think the doors would fit on a 55, but I think the front fenders are a little bit too long for a 55. Yeah. And it's a nice car. I'm satisfied with it. It's all been powder coated underneath and the sides.
So it's just as pretty underneath as on top then.
Right.
Good.
Uh-huh. And there was 4 guys that worked on this car, and my nephew Tony, he did most of the work, and we all worked together to get it done. It's a crate engine, come out of Torrance, California, and we put it all together and stuck it in there. And I have pictures. A guy had another guy take pictures as we went through every step of the way.
Watching Armstrong Cable's Street Scene.
Standing in front of a 61 Chevy Impala, 348 engine, owned by Kevin Barnett from New Waterford, Ohio. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Very good. Very, very nice car.
Thank you.
Got a couple bucks in this baby, huh?
Yeah, I do. A lot of time too.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
time.
a lot of
How
time.
long have you owned her?
4.5 years.
What was it like when you got it?
It was red with a white roof, and it was rough. It had been painted 30 years ago and needed a lot of work. So
Oh, was it rust-free though?
no, it had some rust on it, but I mean, I put floor pans in it and put some patches and some parts, but it's all original sheet metal up. So it's got that going for it. But
What made you get this style?
I love 61s. I think
It's a beauty.
I think it's the best Chevy they ever built. I mean, it's got the nicest trim, the lines, it's all there.
It's a beauty. They call this what, the bubble top, right?
Yeah, it's a bubble top.
Okay. Okay, what do we got under the hood here?
It's a 348 tri-power 4-speed.
This is not stock though.
No, it's the block's
by
30.
far, yeah.
No, it's a 30 over block. It's got an ISKI cam in it. It's got a double roller timing chain in it. I don't even remember now. It's got a whole
So
bunch.
much, huh?
Yeah, it's got the stock crank and stock rods in it, but outside that, everything else has been replaced. It's had a lot of work done to the head. It's got double springs. It's a full roller motor, so it'll run.
Have you had it on the strip at all?
No.
No, it's not a strip car, just the fun car.
Yeah, just the drive.
Yeah. What color you got here?
Actually, me and a painter at my shop kind of made the color. Yeah, we just came up with our own color.
Yes, you had bench seats in here one time?
Yeah, it was a bench seat with it when I bought it, and I switched it to a 62 Impala bucket over the winter.
That
So
looks good. I like the bucket seats a lot better. And plus, you built that
yeah, I built
console.
the center
for
console.
it? Yeah. Nice job.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thanks.
What are we sporting on the wheels here? If you can see them, they're so low.
It's a 20. I got 20 by 8s on the front, a 20 by 10. They're billet specialty Vintex. Yeah, and it's got Willwood brakes on it, front and rear. It's got full air ride on it.
Yeah, I see that. You're not even as low as it can go, huh?
No, it's not even as low as it go. But
You're having some fun with her, though, right?
yeah, we just built it to drive.
That's
Have
it.
a lot of fun with it.
Nice car, beautiful. We seen you pulling in there. I go, wow, look at that thing. That's a nice
My
one.
kids love it. They love to go get ice cream in it.
Oh yeah, good. They're
My
gonna
youngest daughter still calls it Old Red because that's what it was when I bought it. So she can't get into the silver, but she said the ice cream tastes better when we go in this car versus my truck.
You got them conned already. They're going to be car people themselves when they grow up, huh?
Oh yeah, they will be.
The 7th annual Midnight Cruise down here in downtown Salem, Ohio. Beautiful night.
It is clear, and again, we were worried about that. I think they were worried about it, but it turned out perfect. I mean, the breeze is blowing, so it's not so humid. It's perfect. So, yeah, I can tell. Yeah. But yeah, we had a great time out here. Again, different cars, some unusual cars,
Some beauties. Oh,
and
some
the ones that we interviewed that
I want to take them all home.
I want that 61 Impala.
Oh yes, that was a nice one.
That's my type there. Yep.
You think
So-
that's Rick's pick?
I don't know. That's called Rick's pick for a reason.
I was thinking that
Yeah.
too. I love it.
But yep, we hope to come back in future years here and keep an eye out on YouTube for other shows. So we've got.
So what are we under on YouTube? Tell them.
If you go to YouTube, look up Armstrong Street Scene, and there's going to be 40, 50 shows under there from past years. And stay tuned if you're seeing this during the fall season, Christmas time. We're going to run a marathon from day one of the show up to now.
That's
So
when I had brown hair.
I don't know if you've ever had brown hair. I can't remember those days at all.
10 years ago. This is our 10th anniversary also.
10 years for Street Scene, so we're going to keep on going, God willing, for us. So.
Yes.
All right.
It's a great gig, I'll tell you. I just enjoy every second. I enjoy just talking to all the guys and all the gals and everything. It's just fun.
I enjoy spending 20, 25 hours editing these programs. I don't enjoy that. I enjoy coming out here, though.
Greg's what makes the show look good. I get a lot of the credit. I get all the credit for it, basically. But Greg's puts all the time into it. He's back at the studio after we do this, and he's putting the music in. He's cutting out my bloopers.
I like to use those bloopers. I haven't used any this year, but maybe one's coming because we just did one.
Oh no.
Well, for Rick Herrera, I'm Greg Roten.
We'll
see you down the road.